Told you the other night that with or without y'all, I was gonna get this control panel done. Camera died, battery died, just nothing was going together, nothing was working right. But you know what? I didn't stop, I kept going. So let me show you what I did here. On these, I ended up having to cut the little tab off on the side there because it was for the Donkey Kong 3, the metal control panel, which was thinner, so it had to have a little tab there to space and hold the panel off. Didn't need that in this situation, so got rid of that. I cut those off, and man, we're good. Got our latches, locking, they're doing great. Get our speaker wired up, and that way we got sound, obviously. We're gonna check some more connections. We got us a lock that we're gonna put on here. Let's just throw this lock on here and get that out of the way. I didn't go too fancy with this. This is going into a private collection, so didn't really get anything heavy duty here. Just your basic lock from Lowe's. Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect right there. Now I'm going to put a little bend in it. There we go. Put a little bend to it there. That way when you turn it, it kind of tightens as it's going. So, all right. Beautiful. That key comes out whether it's locked or not, which is really handy. Now, let's get our solder iron set up and go ahead and start hooking this speaker up. All right, we're gonna let this heat up. While that's heating up, let's look at our cord. Got us a nice big power cord here. This is just a 15-foot extension cord. I really wanted to get the flat, old style lamp cord, but I just couldn't find them right now. We're gonna cut the end of this and make a power cord out of it. All right, so it's gonna feed through the back here. Leave us some slack there, and then it's gonna hook. Wouldn't you like to see what's going on? All right, feed it through the hole like that. Then we got our little connector there. Looks like it's gonna go this way, and then it will go through plate like so. Let me go get us some pliers to mash that down with. Okay, got that in there like that. That's going to hold our cord and keep our cord from getting yanked out right there. Before I pull that through there like that though, I'm going to go ahead and skin this wire back and get it ready. I'm walking all over looking for my wire strippers. They're in my back pocket. All right, anybody that knows me knows I'm a big fan of these button caps, which is actually what was on here to start with. So, twisted way, we're going original here. And while you're crimping one, you want to make sure you cut the other wire off like I just did. Luckily, it's pretty close to the end. We ain't going to lose much. Let's try not to do that too many times. All right, we got a tangled mess of ground wires here that we want to try to get back in there. I don't think we're using that one anymore. Oh, wait, we also got to fix. We got a broke cable here we want to tend to before we forget. And actually, this is not a bad solder joint right here. They just didn't put anything over it to insulate it. So I'm just going to stick a button cap over it. And we're going to crimp her down and call it good. So they'd put some heat shrink over that, it would have been a lot better. But that's what they went with to make it work and get by for the night. All right. This back through here. Now we're going to run to the issue where I got to screw this plate back down to here, and I've got a power brick in the way. But we'll figure out something. We'll figure that out as we get to it. I believe this ground wire ran up to our coin door. And this one to our CRT. And this one down here is our power supply, maybe. Let's come back to that. Let's take care of that soldering that speaker up real quick. All right, we're gonna get some heat shrink there. Make sure we slide that way down there so it don't shrink up on us. All right, got the white wire on there. Now let's have a go at the red one. Boy, that magnet's really making that a pain in the butt. Every time I get near it, that magnet just sucks my soldering iron into it. All right, we are connected. All right, we get our, see what we got on our ground wires here. I don't remember what I had. I had any going to the control panel. I don't think we really got enough metal on the control panel to warrant ground wires. It has its own, so we have one here. and one here. All right, I've got a ground hooked over here to the metal plate around the power switch. And then we're going to have one here where our cord was hooked up and we cut it off. I'm going to cut this button cap off, strip it, and we'll put a new button cap on there and connect it directly to our cord. All right, got that one connected. All right, still got another one here. Not quite sure where he goes. But we'll work on him in just a minute. All right, so I got a feeling that this goes here. And then I need one coming off of this power supply here. Alright, so I'm going to pull the one off on this side because I need to run one to this power supply up here. Oh man, it's going to be so good. So good to get this thing done. Got sidetracked for a while between Harley projects and going to warehouse raids, and whew, be good to finally see some light at the end of this tunnel. I'm going to run this one across the top and come down here with it and just stack a nut on top of this stud that's already here. Get our rainbow cables situated here. Alright, I'm just going to pick a screw on our chassis here to put this ground to. Now I'm just looking for a ground on the CRT frame, not on the actual chassis. I'm going to put one on that coin door, or coin slot neck there, and another one on the screw going to the frame on the inside there. And I think I'm just going to cut that extra one off. You seem to have lost whatever it went to at one time. All right, we're gonna get our control pad, or control panel. Let's get our control panel back on here now. Oh, we can actually plug it in now. Now, one thing I'm gonna take a note of is there is a pin on this connector that's probably gonna break, and we'll just have to fix that when it happens. You know what? I said we was gonna get a new joystick. We still got one for now. Start with something aggressive here. All right, guys, my camera died there, but I've shook this up in the drill, used some of my scratch remover and some Novus, and polished it down, and it looks pretty good. I'm still probably going to replace this, but for now, we're going to put it in here and get her put back together. We're going to drop our clip down there in the cabinet. And I'm going to have a momentary lapse of reason and not remember which way this thing goes on here. Again. And I'm going to vote that that is not how it goes back together. Oh, man. That didn't work. All right, I remember this now. All right, well, first of all, we ain't gonna get anywhere without our clip. We've lost our E-clip. Guys, the old Donkey Kong 3 is giving it all now. I am beyond looking for a cabinet for the Donkey Kong 3 project. We may just have to build because I keep borrowing parts off of that guy. All right, we got that one through there. All right, guys, I had to turn the camera off for that little incident there. I'd actually had lost the clip, turned the camera off, and was going to rewind the camera to see if it fell, if I misplaced it, what happened to it, because I knew I set it right there. So I turned the camera off. No sooner did I turn the camera off, the control panel fell down, yanked the wires out, joystick all fell apart, pieces went over, fell on the floor, great. It scattered everywhere. Wasn't feeling too good after that, but I'm not going to be perturbed. I did get our stick in there. And you know what? I still don't like a Nintendo joystick. Don't like them. All right, give me a Wii all day long. Drop this thing. All right, good news is didn't really hurt anything. There's some scratches that I know they're there. I'm not happy. No, I'm not happy at all right now. Just remembered that I've got to adjust these switches right here. You know, nothing major, just loosen that screw, press it down until it's just right. Because, see, this one's not pressing the switch far enough. Yeah, we fix that one. I'm going to do that real quick and we'll put this on and get out of here. Hopefully we didn't yank the board, our control board out of the cabinet with that. Yeah, we got that. I still got this spare wire that's soldered to the board that I don't know what goes to, but it's going to a terminal marked positive, so I know it ain't a ground. Guys, as scary as this seems, I think we're ready to power it up and see what smokes. And I'm scared. All right, we got power to it. Flip it on. Well, guys, looks like we got some color issues, but we got a game. See what's going on with our colors here. Getting some strange sound on the speaker there. Oh, wrong one. Okay, here we go. Now on free play. Alright, we're definitely going to have to do some adjustments on this monitor. I still got to clean up the paper around there, or the bezel, the cardboard bezel. I got to clean that up and get it in place. I think we've lost blue. I don't think we have blue. Yeah, we're going to replace this joystick. Not happy with it.
All right, so we're gonna address that. Look like I'm missing blue, but it doesn't look like I'm getting it from the board. I can turn the monitor up until the blue comes up, but I'm not getting any blue off of the board. So monitor's working good. I just don't have any blue from the game. I think it's blue. We'll have to look into it. We're gonna have to have another stick. I don't know, maybe I got blue, but that oil barrel, something's missing here. This is almost impossible to play with this joystick though, so definitely gonna have to get a new joystick. And the jump buttons. Okay, and you know, I'm not completely blaming the game. I am a bad Donkey Kong player, so. I get that barrel to show up over there. Alright. Don't be alarmed. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong at all. What I'm actually doing is I had some other Donkey Kong boards I wanted to test. As you can hear, this one's not booting up. It is kind of creepy how it's just kind of stuck in a loop. I'd had this Donkey Kong board for a while, and now that I had a Donkey Kong cabinet, let's check it out and see if it works. As we can tell, it's definitely in some sort of a loop. But I also want to try our Donkey Kong 3 board out. Got to do a little bit of work to get that to happen. So we got to swap the wiring harness in. There's some sort of interface harness that goes between the Donkey Kong to the Donkey Kong 3. It actually uses an edge connector instead of all the different pins like the Donkey Kong uses. So we're going to slap that in here and see if we can get it working, because that's about as far as I want to go with this board. I really don't want to waste a lot of time with it. This board's obviously trying to boot, but still needs some work. Could be dirty ROMs, could be something, but I really want to see what that Donkey Kong 3 board does. So let's give that a shot real quick. Here's our Donkey Kong 3 board. At least I'm calling this a Donkey Kong 3 board. It was in our Donkey Kong 3 cabinet. It says 1982 on this board. This is our video board. And then the other board says 1983. Got our little rainbow connector that goes across, linking the two boards. But we don't have all of our crazy edge connector, or all of our crazy plug-in connectors like Donkey Kong uses. So we're going to use this edge connector right here. Alright, let's shut that off there. Okay, here's our ribbon connector up to our monitor. Put this over here, a little bit closer. look like we use any of those connectors. Oh boy, that's not a good sign. Looks like that goes all the way up to the monitor here. Oh, looks like the farm has come to town. All right. And this set goes to our control panel. This set goes to our power supply. All right. See what loads up. Oh, guys. Look at there. And there it is. We got Donkey Kong 3. So looks like we got a working board. Man, that looks good. What I like about this though is it's telling me that my blue is good. Got the blue band there, got the purple there. Man, the color looks good on this. I'm really happy with this. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Oh, well, we done robbed parts off our control panel, so we can't hook it up and play it, but yeah, we don't have any input hooked to the board, but man, I'm feeling good about that. I'm really feeling good about that. Solder iron into it. Hey, I'm live streaming. No, I'm not. I'm recording.